In a bustling airport showroom, Jose, a humble farmer from the countryside, arrived with a dream he had nurtured for years, purchasing his very own private jet. Clad in his simple attire, which included a worn hat and sturdy work boots caked with remnants of soil from his farm, Jose's appearance starkly contrasted with the opulence of the surroundings. The lavishly dressed customers and well-groomed sales staff cast judgmental glances his way as he stepped into the showroom. From the moment Jose entered, it was clear that he was an outsider in this world of wealth and extravagance. The salesperson who greeted him was taken aback by his appearance. Unable to hide their disdain, they assumed Jose had wandered into the wrong place. "Can I help you?" the salesperson asked, their tone dripping with condescension. "Yes, I'm here to look at jets," Jose replied simply, his voice steady. The salesperson's lips curled into a faint smirk. "Of course," they said, barely disguising their skepticism. "Right this way." As Jose followed, the salesperson's impatience became evident. They offered him the bare minimum of information about the jets, assuming he wasn't a serious buyer. Other customers in the showroom whispered amongst themselves, their mocking laughter echoing faintly. "He doesn't belong here." One of them muttered loudly enough for Jose to hear. "He probably thinks this is a museum," another added, chuckling. Despite the hostility, Jose remained calm, inspecting the jet with genuine interest. He asked thoughtful questions, his curiosity unwavering, but the salesperson's dismissive attitude only grew. "If you're not serious about buying, I have other clients to attend to," they snapped. Jose felt a sting of humiliation but stood his ground. "I am serious," he said firmly. The salesperson rolled their eyes and sighed, their frustration apparent. Meanwhile, the snide remarks from the other customers intensified. "He must be lost," someone said mockingly. Just as Jose began to wonder if chasing his dream was worth enduring this treatment, he felt a familiar hand on his shoulder. Turning around, he was surprised to see an old friend, Miguel, grinning at him. "Well, if it isn't my old friend Jose," Miguel exclaimed. "What are you doing here?" Relieved by the friendly face, Jose smiled. "I'm here to buy a plane," he said, though his voice carried a hint of hesitation. Miguel raised an eyebrow, then chuckled. "Don't let these rich snobs bother you," he said, loud enough for others to hear. "They don't know the first thing about real work or real dreams." The two men laughed, but Jose couldn't shake the unease caused by the judgmental stares. As they chatted, one of the onlookers called out mockingly, "Hey farmer, do you really think anyone's going to take you seriously dressed like that?" The room fell silent, as all eyes turned to Jose. His heart pounded, but he straightened his posture and met the gaze of the man who had spoken. "I'm not here to impress anyone," he said, his voice steady and defiant. "I'm here to buy a jet." The crowd erupted in laughter. "A jet?" someone sneered. "It would take you more than a lifetime to afford one of these." Jose reached into his pocket and pulled out a check. "This is the price of the jet," he said, holding it up for all to see. The room went quiet as disbelief spread across the faces of those who had mocked him. The salesperson's smug demeanor faltered, replaced by embarrassment. Before anyone could respond, Jose took out his phone and called his son, a successful lawyer. "Son, I need you to come to the airport," he said. "There are people here treating me unfairly." Within the hour, the airport doors swung open, and Jose's son walked in, commanding attention with his sharp suit and confident stride. "Dad, what's going on?" he asked. Jose explained the situation, and his son turned to the crowd, his voice firm. "What you've done to my father is unacceptable," he said. "We will take legal action for discrimination." The threat was not an empty one. Jose's son filed a lawsuit against the company and its employees. The case attracted widespread attention, shining a light on the prejudice Jose had faced. In court, Jose's team presented compelling evidence, including testimony from an airport staff member who had recorded the discriminatory remarks. When the recordings were played, the courtroom was silent except for the voices of those who had mocked Jose. The judge, visibly disturbed by the evidence, ruled in Jose's favor. The company was ordered to pay a substantial fine and implement mandatory sensitivity training for all employees. With the settlement money, Jose was able to purchase a jet even grander than the one he had originally intended to buy. Returning to the airport, he walked past the same staff who had humiliated him. They avoided his gaze, their expressions filled with regret. Jose paused and turned to them. "Still think I'm a nobody?" he asked, his voice calm but firm. He then walked to a competitor's showroom and purchased his jet from them instead. As he boarded his new plane, he felt a surge of pride, knowing he had stood up for himself and proved his worth. Back home, Jose's family greeted him with joy, celebrating not just his purchase, but also his perseverance. Reflecting on his journey, Jose realized that true success wasn't just about achieving a dream. It was about staying true to oneself in the face of adversity. As Jose celebrated his victory and prepared to fly his new jet, the CEO of the original company arrived at his farm, unannounced. The CEO apologized profusely, acknowledging the company's failure and the poor treatment he endured. However, before leaving, the CEO revealed that the salesperson and the mocking staff were not employees of their company, but imposters from a rival trying to tarnish their reputation. This revelation left Jose stunned. The CEO offered Jose a partnership deal, an exclusive contract to promote jets for farmers and rural business owners. Jose, after a moment of thought, smiled and agreed, realizing that his journey was not just about buying a jet, but inspiring others like him to dream big. To everyone watching, thank you for joining us on Jose's incredible journey. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more inspiring tales. See you next time.